Bob McElligott joined now by Jody Shelley as part of the Tim Hortons post-game show. And you've been on teams that have had guys go down with injuries during the game. But in this game, it's the second game of a back-to-back. So you're already tired when you go to play it. You're playing against a very good Nashville team, and after 20 minutes you find out you're down to 4 defensemen. That, on paper, is a recipe for disaster. Those guys made it into, they just took that recipe and they made something fantastic tonight, didn't they?
Well, Jack Johnson and David Savard, they're already workhorses. Those guys, it seems like the more you play them, the better they get. They just settle into that rhythm. Ryan Murray, I think it was good for him. It was something that he needed to be out there more.
He's been teetering here.
Yes,
as far as some games good, some games not so good.
It was good for him to be on the ice in all situations. Those guys had barely. It was like a revolving door at the a turnstile at the bench. They just come in and back out. And Kevin Connaughton, happy for him. Okay, Tootin and Goldbeff, we hope they're well. I mean, that's it's serious when you leave the game, obviously, and you don't come back. Goldbeff is got that fractured jaw, so he's going to be out for a while. It's just an unfortunate injury. But the guys that stepped up and played that way, and Sergei Bobrovsky really helped that situation. He slowed things down in the second period. The long change for the defensemen is a real factor. And there was one time when Ryan Murray got caught out there for quite some time, and Bobrovsky there took his helmet off, slowed things down, got the water bottle, waited for the ref to come over. Those are all little details, but those seconds, it really turned into a real team effort in the defensive zone, and this team needed that.
Another thing I think Bobrovsky did, now that you mention it, he played the puck a little bit more himself. A couple of times he came out there. You'll see him set it up, and we saw him play it the other day, and he got in trouble, and then he stopped playing it. But it was obvious that he was going to help those guys as much as he could, which means get the puck on the stick and get it up on the glass.
Right. Well, and that big push in the second period, and it seemed like in the third they got their feet under them because and I believe that John Tortorella would have went in between periods and said, forwards, help the defensemen by making sure you get the puck deep in the Nashville zone when you're going to dump it in so they can get off if they want to. Protect the defensive zone by helping out down there, a little extra care. And the biggest thing is play in the offensive zone a little bit. Give these guys a little break from in front of the net because they worked hard in front of Bobrovsky to clear paths, block shots, all the things that you just don't get awarded or acknowledged for. But these 4 defensemen tonight did a heck of a job with the goaltender.
Yeah, no question. This is a character win for this team. This has the potential, potential to be a signature win for this team. We'll see how it all plays out along the way. But for this night, this win was by everybody in that room.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. Listen, we talked on the plane last night about where's the scoring. You can't just call out the same guys, the guys you expect to score. Teams that win have their role players, their third and fourth line, their defensemen score goals. Look at Nashville, 17 goals. Blue Jackets, 5 goals from their back end. And tonight, the fourth line goes out right away. Kirby Reichel with an outstanding play to keep the puck in the offensive zone, gets support from Campbell, and they turn it around and put it in the net. Josh Anderson's there to help. First goal of the game. You know what does to the bench? It takes pressure off everybody that wants to score or be the guy the guys that are expected to score. It takes the pressure off, and there was just a buzz from there on in the whole building, and that bench was electric.
Yeah, and then Ryan Johansson's goal. He shoots the puck today. I talked to him about it after the first period. I said, it looked like you had in your mind you were going to shoot it, and he did. Same with Boone Jenner when he took his shot and picked up his own rebound. That was fun to watch tonight. But when the Blue Jackets weren't scoring those goals, they were blocking shots.
Yeah.
They were blocking a ton of shots tonight. And, John Tortorella hockey is blocking shots. Well, look, tonight, 26 block shots for the Blue Jackets, more than 3 times what Nashville blocked.
Well, that's just the credit of the will. And I liked what he says. Don't block it because you think you have to block it. Block it because you want to block it. And do it for your teammates. And that's kind of the mindset. He's not just a shot blocking team. I know that's the identity that he's painted with. But he really gets players to do things for the good of the team all the time. And that's a really gutsy thing to do. And I'll tell you what, Carlson said it best about 5 games ago. He said, yeah, it hurt, but when I got to the bench and I got a pat on the back, no pain at all.
That's a good point that you make about doing it for your teammates because that would very much explain why we see so many guys, different guys, doing it in the last month than maybe we've seen before.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and they've figured out that, hey, it's not just for the coach. It's not just there's none of this win approval of the coach. It's more of, hey, they're trying to create this team thing that means that, hey, whatever we got to do, we'll do. And that's really the one thing blocking a shot. that takes courage, will, and I guess a little smarts too. You got to get in the right position.
Yeah, because if you're not smart and you block it, then, well, you might not be in for quite some time. Right.
Possibly.
Well, enjoy this for a day and a half, because that's when they'll play again. Game against the San Jose Sharks coming up on Sunday afternoon. That will be a 5 o'clock start, and that'll be the next test.
That'll be here quick too. I mean, tomorrow's you can't really relax. Sure, they can enjoy it tonight, but they've got to get mended up, rested up, and get ready for the 5 o'clock start. It comes quicker than you think. You know that. You've been around a while.
Yeah, been around a long time.
Sure
Long time,
have.
longer than I thought I'd be around, right? Do you agree with that?
So
Do you feel that way sometimes, too?
no. You're on your own there.
All right, perfect. What else is new? I'm usually on my own. All right, that's going to do
You're
it
good
for our.
at it.
Yeah, thanks. That's going to do it for our portion of the Tim Hortons postgame show tonight. We'll be back with you on Sunday after the San Jose game. In the meantime, we'll continue with more on the Southern Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.